The San Francisco 49ers taking on the Philadelphia Eagles.
The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13.
And we will not have a return here to start. Thanks to the new rule, the fair catch will bring this out to the 25-yard line.
Smith, the man in motion left.
Well, right away, they'll change the look.
63, 63, 60, easy, 63, 63. Hey, let's go.
They'll start on the ground with Swift.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Here's Hurts to throw. And that's out to the flat for Swift.
There he goes, right side.
He may go. DeAndre Swift.
Touchdown, Philadelphia.
DeAndre Swift.
Touchdown number 18 on the year.
And the Eagles go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead.
Elliott good with a PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10.
At their own 22. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
2 yards to go, 2nd down. Back to throw, Purdy.
The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Purdy's throw pulled in by Kittle.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Purdy from the gun.
This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 37.
Once more, Purdy looking to throw.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Purdy's throw taken in by Samuel.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That one goes for 30 yards. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Again, McCaffrey. But he will not get to the goal line. In fact, he won't get to the line of scrimmage as they push him back to the 2. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Mitchell is in. Touchdown 49ers.
That's a great response here in this first quarter. And what I like about it is how they put this drive together. The other guys scored quickly to start the game, but this was smart football to not feel like you have to go out and score quickly yourself. So they worked the ball down the field, took their time, and finished with the touchdown run.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And this late season game, of course, not lacking for drama when you talk about the AFC playoff picture.
Yeah, in a sense, it's the haves versus the have-nots, because this group on offense, there'd be a wild card if the postseason started today, but they know the guys on the other side of the ball are still in that dreaded in-the-hunt category, and they're hungry for a win today.
Play action. Here's Hurts. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. From the 43, here's second down at 7. Hurts going to keep it running right. Looks right. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. On the option to give to Swift here. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. DeAndre Swift. That's his 18th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Eagles have taken the lead. He's showing the different ways he can hit you in this first quarter. 1 rushing, 1 receiving touchdown.
He's showing us he's not just a stereotype, isn't he? Not just a guy who carries the ball in the backfield, can get out into space, make plays with his hands downfield. That's a pretty good combination right there.
Defensively, you prefer to be going against the stereotype, wouldn't you?
At least you know where he is, right? That gives you a chance to get more people to him and get him on the ground.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Now 2nd and 9. Shotgun now with Purdy. Connects with Kittle underneath. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Here now, 3rd and a yard. Here's Purdy. And this pass broken up. And the contact well of time there. And now 4th down.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Keely Ringo picks it off.
swim back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-six TD. So they go on fourth down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-six. And now the kick is away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick-six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick-six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Here's Purdy now on 3rd and goal.
And he is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Taken down by Nakobe Dean.
2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 43-yard line.
Purdy.
They'll let this go for the end zone. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Keely Ringo picks it off. And the Eagles are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners, they end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
What a way to start a drive. An excellent run, a tone setter, and now, if you want to take a shot on second down and go play action and make it look like the same exact play and throw it over the top, you can do so because you've established the run in a big way.
Tiger Swamp, Tiger Swamp.
Once again, it's Swift. And he's got room. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
54 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football up a triple option, you've actually called that play.
That second down play nets a -4. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. He's to the 15. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown, 75 yards. And the Eagles take a 3-touchdown lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Elliott good on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. The throw over the middle taken in, and he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action.
There's Purdy on 1st and 10.
Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they are fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 first downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers.
He'll get this out right here to McCaffrey.
And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. So no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Purdy now on 2nd down.
And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Danny Gray.
An 11-yard touchdown.
And the 49ers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Moody good with the extra point.
And that cuts the lead to 28-14.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. On the return from his end zone, Rodgers.
Pass midfield, look out.
Isaiah Rodgers.
He's inside the 20. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Eagles.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
Elliott good with a PAT. And a lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
And this will be a return from deep in the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Purdy looking to throw.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
An excellent play there, CD, on the pick-6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through the big-time pick-6.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone.
There he goes left side. Room to run at the 50. Still going inside the 30. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, 49ers.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there.
Rodgers going to return it from his end zone.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Up to midfield. Look at him go inside the 30. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Eagles.
Again, Elbert Barton, I get fired up. 2 kickoff returns for touchdowns in the same game. This is fun to watch.
Yeah, we call a lot of games in a lot of different places. Sometimes it seems like we do it simultaneously, but we rarely get to see this. Elliott on for the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
And he'll get this to the 22. So they began the play at the 11, and it's a gain of 11. First down. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
The CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late. That wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Purdy with it on 3rd and long.
Flushed out right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
It's Sidney Brown with it.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking up one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season. And add another feather in the cap for the coaches, too. Excellent game plan, and they had their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
66 yards rushing for him now to this point. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Throwing is Hurts.
Rolling to his right. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
Jalen Hurts
Taking it in from 11 yards out.
And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Jalen Hurts with another touchdown rushing. 13 touchdowns, led all quarterbacks last year on the ground. No one else had more than 8. And, of course, we all remember the 3-touchdown game in the Super Bowl. So cold running plays or scrambles, Jalen Hurts is dangerous.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Now Purdy.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in the game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
He's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. But forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Getting had a ton of success here so far. feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one?
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. A give running right is Mitchell. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Purdy now to throw. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
Let's go.
They'll run with Mitchell. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Out of the gun, Purdy. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle from 10 yards out. And the Niners are able to claw one back. Moody good with the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28.
49ers 28.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. On the return from his end zone, Rodgers. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Still comfortably on top, 3rd quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. And now they're in the hurry-up.
It's a gain of 5.
Hurts. And his pass incomplete.
This defense could use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Hurts to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the 3rd as we're through 3. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
at the 34-yard line.
63, 63, 60.
Hurts sets up to throw it. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Hey, 73, 73.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked off by Deshaun Gibson. And the Niners are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Back to the air on 2nd down, Purdy. It got his man complete. And he will finally be escorted out of bounds down inside the 35. A big play there for the Niners. 41 yards. Now on 1st down, it's Purdy. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
At the 20-yard line.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. And they'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's a diving catch right side. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Swift going to try up the middle. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. He'll buy some time right. He's got his target. That's complete. Fighting through it. He's got space. Still on his feet. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Well, they just continue to roll. And, Charles, for you and I, we want the close games, but for them, it has to be so nice to enjoy this big cushion.
I can't remember the last time we saw them play this loose and have this much fun. I think they'd love to be able to capture this game, carry it with them from week to week, and be able to execute like this in all the rest of their games.
Elliott good with a PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Third and 3.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
First down, here's Mitchell.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game, and that's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides, but to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. 3rd down and 9.